One video made my coaching business over $585,000 in 12 months. And frankly, it changed my life and the direction of my online coaching business. So in this video, I want to share with you what the video is and how you can make one for your coaching business too, so you can grow your business, make more money, and help more people. Now, real quick, let me show you my tracking sheet so you know that I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt. All right, so let's go to my computer and jump in. All right, so this is my ad tracking sheet from last year. So this is from May of 2023 to March of 2024. And this is when we just first started running ads to this video, okay? And you'll kind of see here, I spent $172,000 from April, and we scaled it up to around 26K a month. And then from here, you'll see over here, this is the total revenue that was generated from that, and the number of clients that was generated from that as well. So this one video in total generated me 115 clients, and it cost me about $1,500 to get a client. And for all of our offers we have are above $5,000 in value. So a pretty solid return there. And in just the first front end offer, we were able to generate $585,717 and collect on the phone $307,000 in cash. Okay, so our targets to this is actually closer, like 2 times here and 4 times here. This is our first year running these campaigns, and we were a little under. So if we actually come over here, you'll see we were 1.7 times return on the front end and a 3.39 on the first initial sale. And we also have recurring revenue things we sell on the back end, etc. So we really make a lot of our profit and money on the back end. But this just shows you that, again, one video added 6,420 people to my email list, booked almost 500 sales calls, and led to 115 clients with a total contract of $585,000. Okay. And this is just from ads. So, I also have some organic stuff as well, but I wanted to show this to you. This was over the same time period. So from paid ads alone, we generated right over $500,000. And then in organic, as well as other resigns and et cetera, we were able to pass just $1 million the first year of really running ads and using this video as our primary mechanism to generate leads and new clients. So pretty cool, right? So let me show you what the video is so you can set one up for your coaching business too. Because if you do this, this is really going to allow you to turn a total stranger into somebody that's interested in learning more about your service, that will then hop on a call with you, and then you can tell them more about your coaching service and sign them up if they're a good fit, okay? So this video is what we call a free training. It's also known as a video sales letter. Okay. And what this does is this should be a video that really hits on the #1 problem that your ideal customer is experiencing. Okay. So for us, we help coaches get more clients. The name of my video sales letter last year was, here's how to sign 10 clients a month. Okay. Very clear. I help coaches get more clients. Here's the title of the video, how to get 10 clients a month, which is the outcome people want to have. Now, if you're a health and wellness coach, this could be how to lose your first 20 pounds without cutting carbs, how to lose your first 20 pounds without spending hours in the gym, how to lose 20 pounds without blank. Or it could be how to lose 20 pounds with intermittent fasting, with paleo, with whatever the mechanism is that you use. Okay? That's the title of it, and that's the video. We're gonna make a video that teaches people the steps that they need to take to go from where they're at now to their ideal state. And those same 3 to 5 steps are the same steps that you help your ideal clients with when they work with you, okay? And if you do this, about 5 to 10% of the people who watch the video should book a call with you, okay? That's a very high level overview of what it should include. Now let's kind of go a deeper dive and kind of go through each of those steps, okay? All right. So as we just said, the free training should be a solution to their #1 problem, okay? What I don't want you to do here is like, here's a free training on how to meal prep for the week. That's like a very specific, problem or solution you're trying to solve for them, which can work okay, but it's really better to show, hey, here's how to do this big transformation. Here are the major steps. And if you want help with these steps, reach out to me by clicking the link below or DMing me this word back so that I know and I can tell you more about our process and our guarantee. Okay? So here's how this video is broken down. And I will show mine at the end as an example, but I'm gonna go through step by step the sections of it, then show mine, and then I want you to make one too. All right? So this video starts off with a hook, okay? A hook is like, why should I watch this? And for a lot of you guys, it could be the outcome, just restating the outcome, right? So restating the outcome could be, here's how to lose your first 20 pounds with this mechanism. And using this mechanism, I've been able to help all these people. And you just put a bunch of social proof testimonial on the screen really fast. So what that does really fast right off the bat, it says, okay, yep, this video is for me. I want this outcome. And then 2, holy cow, he's done this with so many people. All right, he clearly knows what he's talking about. So right there in the hook, this is who it's for, right? This is the problem. And here are a bunch of case studies and people that I've done this with. So you know you're in good hands. You can trust me watching the rest of this video. Okay? Second part of this is going to be your origin story. Now, origin stories are typically going to be how you discovered this mechanism, how you discovered this process. And it works really well if your story of like how you came to discover this matches with where your ideal client currently is. So what I mean by this is if we go back 5 years from now and we look at the habits you were doing, the things you were doing, those ideally match up to where your ideal client is right now, okay? So kind of rewind and be like, there was a time in my life where I was 20 pounds overweight and I tried intermittent fasting. I tried cardio. I tried, eating clean. And I did all the things that, the social media gurus told me to do. But after doing that for 3 years, I didn't see any results. Okay. But it wasn't until I discovered this one solution that I'm going to share with you in this training that I actually went from here to here. You show your transformation, right? And using the same process, I've been able to help 300 men go from here to here too. Show more case studies, testimonials, right? That's in a very abbreviated version of an origin story. But typically this hook here is going to take, 10 to 30 seconds. This origin story could take 1 minute to 2 minutes. It doesn't need to be very long, but it does need to elicit emotion. So you need to connect with them on a level of, here are all the things I was trying, and here's how I felt. I felt defeated, right? Before we kind of show our transformation, we say, here's what I was doing. I was trying all these things, but I wasn't getting any results. And I felt defeated. I didn't feel confident, showing up wearing a bathing suit around my family. I felt like kind of embarrassed for my son who was playing sports, and I couldn't even participate because, my knees hurt so bad because I was so heavy, right? We use these like stories and we use these emotions to pull out emotion from the person who's watching the video. Because if you can connect with them on a deep and vulnerable level, they're going to feel more safe and comfortable with you. All right. So we want to have that in there. Okay. We want to bake that in there. So we've got the hook problem, first 30 seconds of the video, origin story, how you discovered this, all the pain and problems and struggles you went through, as well as, again, showing some more social proof of your transformation, as well as all the clients you've worked with too. Okay. Keep the testimonials for both of these sections short. It should really just be like, look at this. Ooh, awesome. All right. Now, once you've done this, we'll then jump into the 3 to 5 steps to solve that problem. Okay. Now, they should make sense. All right. It shouldn't be like, I did this crazy thing where I went and I spent $10,000 on blood work. That's a lot, right? And unless your offer is that, then I wouldn't say that. Essentially, we want these 3 to 5 steps here to be the exact things that we would help somebody with our program. Okay. So if you're a fitness coach, number 1 could be, the first thing I did is I got an in-depth assessment to figure out what was actually going on. Okay. Previously, I would just go on YouTube or Instagram and I would just do some workouts ad hoc. I'd find a free PDF or a $25 program that would give me monthly workouts. But the problem was none of that was actually designed for me, right? So I was doing all these workouts, but I wasn't getting results because I wasn't following anything that was tailored to me and my specific needs. So the first thing I did was I did an individualized, personalized assessment. And when I did this, I discovered that I'll make something up here. I discovered that my body metabolizes carbohydrates better than it does fats. And previously I had been cutting out carbohydrates because I thought that if I did that, I would actually lose weight because that's what all the fitness gurus said. But because I had this personalized assessment and I actually increased my carbs, I actually started to lose weight, right? So essentially point 1 is I got an individualized assessment. Here's my story of what happened when I did it. And once I did that, here's the outcome that I got. Pretty cool, right? Now, step 2. Once I found out that I tolerated or metabolized carbs better, I started adjusting my nutrition plan to eat more carbs. And with that, I needed to pair it with an exercise plan that actually would allow me to utilize those carbs to work out better, burn fat, build muscle, etc. Previously, my current workout routines look like this. Then I discovered this new way of working out that allows me to get in and out of the gym in 30 minutes or less, allows me to feel really good energy-wise throughout the day, and blah, 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 right? Like we kind of can just keep going on that route. What I'm trying to get at here is the second point could be around your training plan and what you do for people and how it works and how it's different than what everyone else does, okay? And then step 3, we can hit on something like mindset or accountability, right? So we start off step 1, assessment. Step 2 is going to be around like your training program or what you actually do, right? And then step 3 can be more of a mindset or accountability component, okay? And if you want, like you could have like nutrition being its own pillar or step in here too. Totally up to you. I just want to like give you guys some ideas. Everyone's can be a little bit different. And honestly, the most important part of all of this is the hook, your origin story, and you're sharing a 3 to 5 step process that's unique. It's different. It's not the same as what else everyone else does with custom macros and training, right? If that is what you do, that's fine. But we've got to like kind of like learn how to package that in a way that really like lands for people. And typically the best way to do that is by telling stories. So if you notice, like when I was giving the examples for steps 1 and 2, I was making up stories about, my personal transformation. Those stories were not mine. I just made them up as if they were mine. You do want to be telling true, real stories. Don't just lie to people to try to get them to book a call with you. That's unethical, okay? But we do want to try to look at our past and say, how can I outline, what I actually did and how this works for people too, okay? So 3 to 5 steps of what someone has to do to achieve the outcome that you help them achieve. And then finally, we finish the video with a nice call to action to book a call or to apply. This one here could be along the lines of, hey, I went over these 5 steps. Let's cover them real quick, right? Step 1, assessment. Step 2, training. Step 3, mindset, okay? Now, you could do all those yourself, right? But what I found is that a lot of times when people do try to do this themselves, here are all the problems that come up, right? The problem 1 could be, they don't follow through, right? They don't follow through. They have a great plan, but because they don't have accountability, they just like stop. And right when things get hard, if they just pushed a little bit more, they would have actually seen the results. But they stopped because they didn't have accountability and they started questioning themselves. And sometimes you just need a coach to tell you, hey, dude, keep going forward, okay? An example of me overcoming the objection of they could just do it themselves, okay? The second one could be along the lines of you can't do an assessment by yourself. So it's like, great, you could get the perfect training program, you could do all this, but if you're not trained to actually do an assessment to discover what the actual limitation is, then you're just gonna be throwing spaghetti at the wall and wasting your time. Now, let me ask you, like, what's more important, time or investing a little bit of money into creating a solution and a long-term plan you can stick to forever, right? So we're kind of selling, like, you can do this alone, like here you can do it alone. This training video kind of walks you through everything, or you can get my help, right? Here's the benefits of getting help. And then once we kind of like finish us like selling, really, you should get help, right? Here are all the reasons why you should get help. Then you can say, all right, now, if you want to get help from me, I'm gonna have a link below to apply to work with me one-on-one. And here's my guarantee. And then we can have some sort of risk reversal there. So it's like, if you want help from me and you book a call, you apply, and we're a good fit, I can guarantee to help you lose your first 20 pounds in the first 3 to 4 months, okay? And if you do not get the results that you're looking for, right, you do not pay. That's one, that's like a risk reversal. You don't pay. That could be like, we'll refund you. Or it's, I guarantee to work with you until you lose that first 20 pounds. Now, for you to do this, you have to be compliant. You have to do X, Y, and Z. But again, I'm so committed to this process and I know that it works so well. If you apply and you qualify to work with me, I guarantee to help you get these results. And I do this because I'm really passionate. This was my story. This is what I went through when I started my fitness journey. You know, the transformation that it did for me, I'm so passionate about this. I want to help more people do this too. Okay, so if that sounds like you, if you like the entire process that we walked through in this video today, all I want you to do is click the link below and apply to work with me. Okay, and then once you say that, you want to kind of transition and tell them what's going to happen after they apply. Okay. Now, after you push that apply button, you're going to go to a page that looks like this. So ideally you're screen sharing and you would pull up your schedule page. All right. So you're going to hit a page that looks like this and just find a time that works for you over the next couple days. Okay. Now, once you find a time, there'll be some couple questions on the next page that will help us really utilize our time the most efficiently and effectively on our call so I can help you. Now, on this call, if I think I can help you, I'll tell you exactly what it looks like to work with me. And if I don't think I can help you, I'm going to point you in the right direction of someone who can. I've got a network of coaches that I work with, and they all have different specialties. Okay. And my goal in the day is just to make sure that you get the help that you need. All right. So if you're looking for help and you want to actually finally insert the goal they have, right? Lose these first 20 pounds. I want you to apply below. And then you want to just close off with best case, worst case. And best case is that, we decide, hey, this is a perfect plan. I'll show you exactly what it looks like to work with us. We decide to work together and we lose your first 20 pounds in, this amount of time period. Or, worst case is we're not a good fit and we point you in the direction to get the help that you do need. But ultimately that's still moving you closer to your goal of losing those first 20 pounds in 3 to 4 months. All right. So if that sounds interesting to you at all, go ahead and click that link below and I'll talk to you soon. Done, right? So I just freeballed all of that. So you could definitely tighten it up. You can use scripts if you'd like to. If you do decide to do that, I use an app called Prompt Smart Pro. So like the video that you're watching right now, I scripted out the intro, right? You could script out the entire thing if you want to. And then I have a teleprompter that's connected to my phone. And you could actually just do this on your phone. Like this app, Smart Prompt Pro, does have an iPhone version where you could just film it like selfie style and you'll see all the words that are popping up. So up to you on that. I typically just will script out the hook, the intro, the first 1 to 2 minutes. So if I come back to this, I will script this out. And sometimes I'll script this out. And then the rest of this, I'll use a slideshow presentation just like this, right? So recording tips, again, you can make slides just like this. This is actually a video sales letter that I've done before. I'll kind of walk you through this just to show you an example of it. Yeah, I think that'd actually be super helpful. So let me just show this to you, okay? So the hook, here's essentially the hook. Hey, in this presentation, I'm gonna show you how to get 5 to 10 clients a month without sending cold DMs. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Matt. I've built low and high ticket coaching companies to 7 figures. I currently run a coaching business that does 100K a month. We practice what we preach. Now, for a recorded VSL, I probably would then put, some really quick case studies and testimonials on this next page, but this was actually a live presentation, so I didn't do that. And then I would also throw in a, who's this for? Okay, but again, this is for a live presentation, so I didn't do that. And then I jumped straight into my origin story, right? So it was this is what I do now, but it wasn't like that before. I used to be making 3 to 5K a month, and I felt exhausted and burnout trying everything and nothing seemed to work. And this actually, if I go into slideshow mode, will kind of pop up one at a time. I tried posting multiple times a day. I tried growing a Facebook group. I tried webinars and challenges. I even tried making YouTube videos. This is when I first started. And sending 20 to 50 cold DMs a day. And unfortunately, the results just didn't match the amount of time and energy that I was spending making content. It felt like this, right? Throw in some humor. And then in 2021, I started seeing some results from Instagram. Okay. I realized that content and DMs led to sales until 2023. So this is still my origin story, right? And here's just some stats that I use in presentations just to show that the organic reach has dropped so much since 2021. So 2021, when you make a post, almost 14% of the people of your followers would see it. And then, just 2 years later, 9.34%. So it's continuing to drop 32% year over year. I'm building a problem, right? Only 9.34% of your followers see your content. This year, it's actually even lower. And then from there, your engagement rate from the posts you do create drops even less. So that means 4.2% of the people who see your content actually will engage with it. So if this is you, you're in trouble. AKA, this is where I was. Old solution was to send cold DMs. Doesn't work anymore. and Meta just making it harder, blah, blah, blah. Now, let me show you the new way that I did to predictably grow my business and do this. And then I would kind of jump into this. And then I would say, here's my results after using this mechanism or method. Here's some client results too, right? Now I then jump into the presentation where I go over my 3 to 5 steps. And that's pretty much what you're seeing right now is like part of it. So the free training funnel is part of it. And I'm just covering that right now in this video. But I go through all of that. And then at the end for this presentation, it's like, now you can do this all yourself, but here are issues most people have when trying themselves. Okay. This presentation is selling ads as the solution, right? So they try themselves, they make poor performing ads and they waste a ton of money, right? If you're a health coach, it could be, they try their own plan themselves and they waste a ton of time and money on, money is important to say they're going to waste money because they will. They'll waste it on supplements. They'll waste it on gym memberships. They'll waste it on silly apps that don't actually lead to any results, right? Another problem is they don't have the DM and sales training to convert the leads. So it's like you get a bunch of leads, but you have no idea how to convert them, okay? Yours will be different. And then you can see I add some more things of like, here are reasons why it's really hard to do it yourself, okay? And then I kind of transition like, now you don't have to work with us either, right? But I do recommend you get support if you're looking to launch ads, again, for you. Now, you don't have to work with me, right? But I do recommend you find a coach that you jive with, somebody that you really trust to help you and hold your hand along this process so that you can get to X, Y, and Z. So this is a live presentation. So I then say, hey, can I pitch my offer to you guys? And then it's really cool in the chat. They'll be like, yeah, I'm like, cool. But in a recorded video, you would just jump right in, right? So like, all right, well, let me tell you about the Coach's Growth Accelerator, right? And then I kind of go through our pillars of like how we help people. So here's how we help, blah, blah, blah. I kind of go through each of the 4 or 5 steps. Most of that stuff's probably going to look really similar to what you covered above. You could even hit like the features here of like, you'll get unlimited one-on-one check-ins. You'll get this, you'll get this, you'll get this, right? These are all the things that they're going to get. And then again, guarantee. Now, our guarantee, any clients we work with is to get you 20 new clients in 6 months or less. And then I put some numbers behind it to strengthen this. So the lowest price we recommend you charging is going to be $350 a month. If you assign 20 clients, that's going to add $7,000 a month to your coaching business. Okay. If you have a $2,000 price point, you're selling a package, you're ending this program with us of making an additional $40,000 in new revenue. Okay. And then I'll talk about like what our investment options are and what it looks like to apply. And then if there's any, I'll do special bonuses only for like live recordings. And then like I showed you earlier, I will on this presentation kind of, here's what you're going to see on the next page, right? You're going to see this button here. You're going to see this. Then you're going to see this page, right? I want to show them where they're going so they don't have any questions. They get this page and be like, I don't want to pick this page. They've already seen it, right? You're going to go here, then you're going to get this, then you're going to hit this page. Now, if you want help, do this. And the only thing I don't have on here that I mentioned earlier is the best case, worst case. And I do have that for my recorded video sales letter. Okay. So that's how we make a VSL. And it's very simple. I'm gonna come back to this again because it's just so powerful if you can craft this, the right way. Hook, story, 3 to 5 action points, call to action to book a call. This thing alone has helped this business grow. I currently have to $1 million. And if I didn't have this, I don't think I would even be close because I would just be in the DMs trying to book calls all day, but they don't really have any faith or trust in me. But my play for the longest time has been driving traffic or sending people to this free training, this video sales letter. They watch it. 5 to 10% of those people will book a call. And then the other 95% or 90% are going to get my YouTube videos. And I imagine a lot of you guys watching this now probably came from an ad. You join my email list. I send you over videos like this to help you more. And at a certain point, you might be like, Matt, this has been super helpful. I want to learn more about what it looks like to work with you. And then if you do, great, we can book a call and chat about it. And then if you don't, great. Well, I hope I can still help because, only a small percentage of people can I actually work with on a one-on-one fashion or even with my team. But I still have like a big goal to impact more lives and share this information with more people. So I'm going to keep creating. And if I can keep building an audience as I'm, providing value and helping more people, that feels really good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, So yeah, this is an outline of what, if you really want to have a high converting video sales letter, this is what you want to have inside of it. We help all of our clients install this. And this is one of the things that we'll do towards the end of our initial 6 months together, because this is such a valuable resource, right? You can put this as your link in bio. You can email this out. You can do 2-step posts on Instagram and just promote it. You can run ads to it. And you can even send this before someone has a call with you to learn more about your offer. So before they have a sales call, we'll often send this through and they'll spend a good 30 minutes with us to learn more about us, to learn more about my story, so they have more trust going into the sales call versus just DMs, new follower, let's book a call. Who are you? I just followed you today and you're asking me for how much money? Versus oh man, I've already watched 30 minutes of your video sales letter. I went and binged your content after because it was so good. It resonated so much. Man, I can't tell you how many people on our old VSL would send that to me and say that. They'd say, hey, Matt, dude, your story resonates so much with me. And a big part of that is kind of what I did up here. This origin story of I felt exhausted. I was making this amount of money, which for this masterclass, this was the avatar we were speaking to, newer coaches, right? And they felt this way. And they tried all these things. And they felt like the results didn't match the amount of work they were doing. And it felt like this, right? I know because I was there. Now, you might be saying, okay, well, what if my origin story doesn't match, what my ideal client goes through? That's okay, but we still need to have a client origin story there. Hey, let me tell you about Bob. Bob came to me when he was here. Here were all the problems Bob had, right? And you want to still tell the origin story as if it was you, but it's not. It's one of your past clients. And that can work really well too. When I was a physical therapist, I did that because I wasn't a runner, but I made a VSL for runners with knee pain. So I can't tell a story, but I had a client who was, so I told his story. And guess what? That got us clients, right? Cool. So that's all I got for today. I hope this helps. If you guys are looking for help growing your coaching business, making videos like this, VSLs and stuff like this to turn strangers into clients, I'm going to have a link below to book a call with my team. On the call, we'll let you know exactly how we help our clients. And if it's a good fit, we'll let you know what it looks like to work with us. And again, if it's not, I already said this in the video, then I would point you in the right direction for somebody who can help. All right. So that's all I got for today. Thank you guys. And if you haven't already, smash subscribe so you can get more videos just like this. Peace.